Welcome to H3 Live. My name's Steve Bose, coming to you live from the HR Technology Conference, coming to you from the Paycom booth to talk about one of the top HR products of the year. I'm joined by Megan Keeler from Paycom. Megan, how are you?
Doing well.
It's so exciting to be here at HR Tech and see all the innovation. One of the features at HR Tech every year is the award ceremony for top HR products of the year. Paycom's Gone was a winner this year of top HR product of the year. Megan, can you tell us a little bit more about Paycom Gone?
Yeah, absolutely. So Gone is essentially an automated decisioning within the system to take black and white rules that an organization has for their accrual policies and time off policies and build them into the system. Essentially what it does is it takes the bias out of approving time off requests to have automated decisioning and make approvals automatic within Paycom.
So a business can say, establish some ground rules for time off, so things like what days of the week is time off allowed to be taken, or how many members on a staff or on a shift need to be present at work and how many are allowed to be off. Yeah. Establish all those rules, configure them all in the system, and then when employees submit time off requests, the rules get evaluated and the system either approves the request or denies the request automatically. Do I essentially have that right?
That is exactly right. So it helps the organization to help manage those, but also it helps those employees, right?
Yeah.
Because for those employees, if it's 6 o'clock on a Friday and they're requesting time off around the holidays, they'll be able to have it automatically approved based on, of course, their company's policies, but they're not going to have to wait until Monday morning for their managers to review that as well.
And there's two really important things here we should highlight. One is the improvement of the manager's life, right? Take some tough, simple administrative tasks off the manager's plate. Most time off requests are fairly routine, and so the manager doesn't have to stop what they're doing to approve them in most cases.
Yeah, absolutely. And while taking that off their plate, still giving them full visibility, notification of those requests being taken off, but not having to go through that administrative burden to do all those approvals.
Right, and for employees, there's a huge benefit as well, right? We've all heard those horror stories, maybe even lived through some of them ourselves, where we submit a time off request, maybe well in advance of when we want the time off, and the request just sits and sits and sits, and the manager doesn't action it. Maybe they're just very busy, maybe they forgot about it, or maybe they just don't know whether or not to approve it. With this system, it helps the employee know right away either the request is approved or it's not, and then they can even have that conversation with their manager as the case may be.
Yeah, absolutely. And so this does do automatic approvals or denials based on those policies, but it also offers the conversation to happen as well, because you set those parameters that if you request it off and in 3 days from now, that might still need to be reviewed by those managers too. So it still allows for those conversations or for something to get denied in the future.
Yeah,
but it just takes out some of the bias and takes out some of the manual work of it.
Sure, it's a great balance of using the technology to automate sort of routine processes, save time, make it more efficient, and then sort of provide a service to both managers and employees.
Yeah, absolutely, and also for the company as well. Because you think about the PTO liability of every organization that you're working in, a lot of the time when they are going to review payroll, some of those time off requests have not been approved, and then sometimes payroll is inaccurate because of those things, right?
Absolutely. We evaluate so much technology every year for the top HR products of the year process, and this one really stood out to us because it's simple, effective, needed. I can't believe no one ever figured this out before, but it solves problems and helps both the work lives of managers and employees in just a simple, straightforward, effective way. It's a great product and a great innovation. So Megan, congratulations. Thanks for sharing some more details about Gone with us, and congratulations to you and the entire Paycom team.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, this has been H3 Live at HR Tech from the Paycom booth. My name's Steve Bose. Thanks for listening. Catch all the show archives at hrhappyhour.net.